and welcome to the ANZ Combined Racing League of the GTE Global Championship. I'm your host, Dark Racing 40. Alongside me tonight is Woody Lizard. Hello, Woody.
Hey, welcome. I'm looking forward to this final session at Fuji. We've got some pretty close times for the guys for their wait time for their restart of this session too.
That's it.
I'll quickly go through it while the guys have probably only got a couple of seconds remaining, but we've obviously got Simo at the green after all our time compression came in from last night. Slide Science in second, 4-second wait time. Gecko is 11 seconds. Sato is 18 seconds in the BMW. Dread in the Chevrolet is 21 seconds. Night Havoc is 24 seconds stationary on the grid. And then we both have Gear 3 Gaming and Commander Cirrus at 29 seconds wait time before their race will start. Then we have Metal Drive, 34 seconds. 39 for Dark Lord, 42 for Talon, and then Captain Cranky will be pulling over to the exit of pit lane for 10 minutes as they had an accident first lap in the first session. Off they go. So Simo has started, and it's go for second session. We're now 10. Chasing hard behind will be Slide Science after Aussie Carters did a tremendous job helping out. And Gecko has just got going, and he's obviously had some. He actually had to quickly change the wheel rim on that car before at the grid there, Darky. It's not a good way to start.
Yeah, not the best way to start your race for tonight. Have to do a hardware change.
Yeah, and both. What do we got? It's Metal Drive coming off, and then Dark Lord.
Unfortunately, Captain Cranky will have to be sitting there for a while. How long do you have to stay there for?
He's going to have to wait for 10 minutes, but I'm sure he's going to be driving off there and parking up near the pit lane exit. So he's our leader of the race.
He's not in a bad spot there, actually. He's off the racing line.
Oh, just when the guy's on a draft, though. It's
yeah,
not the best spot.
No, we'll see what happens. So he's our race leader, Simo Racer, who's taken over from Highlander.
Yeah, Highlander did a tremendous job. He had a good battle between him and Gecko in the 71 Ferrari A&M racing early on, and then Gecko made a little mistake, and then he had a race-long battle with Aussie Carter's substituting in the number 30 Apex Eaters Chevrolet Corvette. End up coming out in front.
He's a Slide Science, the man who had the ring-in driver for him. He's got Gecko trying to hunt down Slide Science as they come down the front straight. Here's Sato, your teammate, in the very nicely coloured BMW.
Actually, if we drop someone, we've only got 11. Someone's actually, if you bring up the map, we might have seen someone I think has actually dropped out early on. Might come up.
There's a blue dot in pit lane.
So someone's obviously not too sure what's happened there. Anyway, race goes on.
He's Gear 3 game. He's put a bit of a gap over Cirrus, considering that they pretty much left at the same time.
Oh, so I've just seen here Talon had a problem. The game wouldn't let him ready up for some reason.
Oh no.
So that's not good, unfortunately.
No, I've had that happen before. You've gone and muck around with something in between the lobby sessions and then decide to not work. So unfortunately we've lost a talent for this race. We'll be quite disappointed for that one.
Yeah, definitely. They were in for a little shot to see if they can get a mid finish in the mid-pack battle. Starting in 11th he was. He was only 3 seconds off from Dark Lord. And hoping to obviously trying to get a top 10 there.
Yeah. Unfortunately sometimes these things do happen. The slide goes live for turn 1 and Gecko try and make a run down the inside. I can't quite do it. Corvette v Ferrari.
Yeah,
Oh. Gecko's going to try and make a movement on the outside. See if it sticks.
Yeah, this it's a big ask. Around 100R there, and then Slide's just ran a bit wide, but he might still get the inside. No, he's Gecko's been able to overlap him there.
And Dred's just got ahead of Sato now.
Yeah, these two, as we saw at Bathurst, had a big battle throughout the race, so they could continue on.
No, Pegasus is still getting worked on by Gear.
So the 91 Porsche, they ran this first session without pitting as well, so it could be interesting. They obviously did some fuel conserving to make that, but I don't know if it was the right move because they dropped off a bit because they had to conserve to get to the end.
Yeah, if you're going to do your fuel conserving, you have to do it from the word go, so...
Yeah. At the moment, if he is in fuel conserving mode, obviously Gear 3 Gaming will be getting annoyed, getting stuck behind him. He'll be trying to make his move down the main straight, which one of the longest straights around the world of 1.4, just under 1.5 kilometres long.
Yep.
Some tracks aren't even 1.5 kilometres in length, so it's a very long straight, and it looks like
it's
got a good run. Gear, the Classic 8 for GTE, GTLM, wasn't it?
Yep, GTLM.
So he's made that move.
Yeah, he's made that move now. Now Not Havoc will have the draft on him down the front straight, so he might be able to have a bite back at him. As we can see, the Ferrari's off to the side now, out of the way.
So it looks like also Captain Cranky has obviously, it's worthwhile him being in this second session, even waiting 10 minutes. We do have a 70% cut-off, but the results will be live, even though they didn't complete a lap in the first session. They're still based on them being in a live result after this race, after this session. So he's basically got to make sure he doesn't fall, once he gets going, about another 4 laps behind. So
seriously, in terms of some issues, because he's fallen back a lot, because he was up right behind Gear. He's dropped 2 positions now, actually.
Yeah, it doesn't take much if they do a little spin. If we've caught it off camera too, you can lose 10 seconds fairly quickly.
I think last night we had the battle between 3rd, 4th and 5th. I think we all had to spin at one point there.
Yeah, and you can see how much that it gets you frustrated too at the same time, because all of a sudden you're in a battle and then you're 10 or 12 seconds off the battle then. And it's a lot of time to make up on this track. It's very technical, and once you start pushing a little bit, it's easy to loop these cars around.
His car does not look happy at all. It does not look like it wants to turn in. It does not look like it wants to, you know, just ride. It's just running wide. It's just like it's got no grip
wide,
now.
yeah.
It looks like a very, very unhappy car right now. Maybe he needs, you know, get a couple of laps and get the tyres settled in, and might get some grip out of it. But that does not look like a happy car right now. So.
Yeah, as I said on the grid for a little while as well, it does play with the tyre pressures a little bit, but you think now on lap 5 that they should be back up to operating temperatures now.
Yeah.
We've got about another 2.5 minutes before we'll see that second Ferrari in action.
That's it. Here's our race leaders down the, let's bring up the track map to see where everyone else, so everyone's all pretty much spread out there, as you can see there. Oh, the Simo runs a bit wide there.
Running wide. It's not hard to do.
No, it's very easy around this track. There's a lot of the corners that are sort of unsighted apexes, which can make it very difficult to get around this track. So, especially in that bottom part of the track, there's quite a few corners where the track undulates away and you can't quite see where the apex is, and the pillars from the cars, you can't see the apex. So.
That's right, and some of the apexes too are on like a little hump. You get the power down and you're sort of going over a little rise at the same time, so it gets the rear end fairly loose.
That's it.
Going over them. And 16 corners of the Fuji International Speedway. And basically after an hour or 10 racing around here, the drivers are going to know it because it's fairly demanding.
I was surprised by the amount of laps we did yesterday. We did quite a few laps, was it 43 laps? I was a bit surprised by that. So.
Yeah, exactly, 43 laps. Should be seeing the same again. I don't think they're going to squeeze out an extra lap. riding on board of Simo.
And
Currently,
Dreader's got
that only about a 4-second lead.
There goes Sato.
That Premier Motorsport team through in the BMW. 3 p.m. in the afternoon at the current stage, just after 3.
So Dreader's now got himself up into 3rd and 17 seconds behind the leader.
Yeah, in the podium spot now, and now he'll be really making sure he can knuckle down and get a little bit of time out of Gecko and see if his pit strategy can come in. Some of the guys are running hard tyres and not changing tyres at all in their pit stops, but if guys are on softs, I'd imagine they'd have to change onto softs because the track does chew up the softs fairly quickly.
Yep, it does. It is not quite nice on the tyres, unfortunately. Even though the track's not super hot, but it is quite a lot of long load on them, so it does hit the tyres. And here's your teammate Sato in the BMW.
Yeah, chasing down Dread down to 3.
Which I actually think is one of the fastest car in straight lines, so let's see what he does. Oh, no!
I think that's been a lag, or something's gone wrong with his hardware as well.
He needs to stop it. Oh, he's just about nearly got disqualified there.
Yeah, he's saved from being disqualified. But I was just going to say, Captain Cranky would be about to get started. He would have got started by now, and don't know what's happened to Sato. He's in the pit window, so he should be right, but that's amazing.
Yeah, Captain Cranky, he's running. So Sato either must have gone for the late dive for pit lane and just probably shot it too fast, and now he's to repair that car too, so this is going to be a long stop now.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for the BMW team, but anyway,
he's very lucky he didn't get disqualified. He's probably about maybe 2 metres short of whacking the going past the blend line. That would have been an instant disqualification there by going to pit lane backwards. So if you see him coming out the lane there.
Got some pace there to match it with the leaders, so hopefully he can claw a little bit back, and hoping those guys might have a little spin here or there. He's just got to keep it clean.
That's it. So where is he?
You said earlier, he's
to the leader. Where's the leader? Oh, the leader's coming down front straight here. This is going to be quite interesting there. You can see the first straight dot behind Sato is the leader. So
yeah, so you've got to remember too, they did start. I'm just trying to look here. What was it? 18 seconds off the lead. So
that's it. But Sato now is fueled to go to the end, so he's just going to race the remaining hour now, so he does not have to stop as long as he doesn't have to get involved in a crash. So that's it. He's done his pit stop for this race.
Yeah. So obviously, if they'll be looking at a podium at best, if anything. I find that if these leaders can keep where they're going, almost a lap in front, it's very hard to lose that lap.
Yeah.
At raw pace. So even though they're going to have to pit, but I know from it looks like the Ford Chip Ganassi team, they actually ran fairly late in the first session with Highlander behind the wheel, and only pitted for a fraction of a time, just for a little splash and dash, really.
Yeah, that's it. They went right at the very end there. So we've got the Ferrari, we've got Gecko in second place right now.
He's made a tremendous amount of time. He was 11 seconds off the lead at the start, and he's now within 3 seconds, so pretty much striking distance here.
Yeah, and race one, he pitted pretty much the exact same time, which I did about 45 minutes remaining. He chose to pit then, I believe it was, or just a bit past that, so he pitted about the halfway mark. So we'll see if he changes his strategy up for today or keeps it the exact same.
Yeah, and he got held up in his pit stop as well, repairing a bit of damage. So they're doing the 36s, that previous lap, and we'll get the current laps times here now, fairly shortly. Simo with a 37, and Gecko with a 36, almost a second faster. Well, it was a second faster.
That's it.
Than Simo. So the race is on for the lead. Won't be probably in the next 2 or 3 laps. If Simo can pull out a little bit more.
That's it. He's GTE Gaming trying to make his way forward again in this race here. He's about 5 seconds off slow signs here. The next things I've got to not have it.
Yeah, Gee's got some good pace and comfortable in that car. He was unlucky at Bathurst at round 1 in the first session, where he unfortunately looped it coming into the cutting, I think it was. And that sort of ruined his charge in that first session, because he was matching the top 3 or 4 guys in time once he got going again. But it was just a big setback. So he'll be looking for a nice straight run here and see where he can end up. Currently in 5th. Started in 7th, so he's made 2 positions already. Obviously with Sado pitting, that was an easy position to make.
Yeah, I was closing up on Simo quite quickly here. You've got drafting, you have the draft now down the front straight here, so see how much he closes up coming down the front straight here. He's within just about a second.
Yeah, Gecko double stinting in the Ferrari team after what was it, the 30 Apex Eaters team, where actually a man was their driver got caught out with the COVID virus and wasn't able to make it. So Aussie Gecko's teammate decided, I'll jump into that Chevrolet. I'll give it a go and see how we go. And ended up coming second, but he's all his arm muscles after wrestling that Chevrolet around, getting used to the nimble Ferrari. He just couldn't handle the weight of the Corvette.
Yeah, he say that
he's off resting at the moment, and Gecko's. Yeah, definitely, it can be after you've been in this light Ferrari, and obviously resting up and cheering on his brother Gecko.
Oh,
see what he can do in second.
Now. Deep on the brakes. This Ferrari is fantastic on the brakes. It's one thing I noticed about it. It is absolutely spectacular under brakes around here.
And we're looking at a good look at the Ford diffuser here as well. This is a great look.
Oh. This is one of these tricky corners right here.
Simo's been struggling with that corner a little bit.
I think he's pushing himself a bit too hard. Yeah, just trying to line him up for a good run on the front straight. Here we go.
Oh, beautiful. Great camera work as well. We saw right up into the exhaust and then straight on the camera.
But now who's the fastest car straight line though?
That Ford was mighty fast at Bathurst, wasn't it? So he's got the legs here.
He's fighting around the outside now. But Gecko has the inside line now, so the Ford's going to have to give it up here. Can't quite get the crisscross over on this corner. It doesn't quite work as well. It's getting new race lead now. Gecko's taking over the lead from Simo. Dredd has pulled in for 14 seconds now.
Yeah, well, he's doing 36s as well, so he's doing similar times as what Gecko was doing. So Simo obviously needs to keep his head down. Other guys doing fast, as we can see Sado in 10th in the 36s as well, that previous lap.
Well, deep on the race, nearly, yeah. I think that corner can get a little bit out of it. Can trick him out of it, because he comes a bit too, I think I can break so much deep here, and then just, oh no, it doesn't want to stop there.
And we've just got a comment from Highlander sitting there on the in the back of the pit lane, just saying in the pit garage, it's so hard to watch. He's, he loves being out in that Ford. And he's biting all his nails watching Simo go, knowing that they have got the pace there. And Simo's obviously just... He might just want to let Gecko go a little bit. We did see Gecko have a mistake.
Get it again, he's got past Slide Science now. He's put a 7-second gap on him, so Slide Science got another instant somewhere.
Yeah, Quick. So, unfortunately, Talon, I'm just reading some of the comments here. Quick's just asked if Talon was out. Yeah, apparently he couldn't ready up. The game didn't let him ready up. He was trying to ready up and it just wouldn't let him do it. So, unfortunately, he missed the 2-minute ready up mark and was not on the grid. So, it's very unfortunate.
Yeah. That is a glitch with the game, unfortunately, but we do know how to rectify that. In between the screens, you can't be joining parties or anything like that, leaving parties. You have to wait till the next screen kicks over. So there's a little distance fit there. So
yeah, it could have been a thing too, because a couple of the guys did leave the party chat. I didn't realise that, Darky, too. It's a good thing that we might have to let the guys know.
Yeah, you have to not do it when you're loading between the races. You have to wait till one or the other lead before it moves
Yeah,
to
exactly.
the next string or like. Now we have the very speedy Aston Martin in the straight line ahead of Sirius here. And Sirius has now made his mistakes and trying to work his way back forward again. I think his Corvette might have settled down a bit more.
So Metal Drive, he's made up a couple of positions at the moment in 7th. He started 9th.
That's it.
With Commander Sirius, as we're saying, chasing down him.
He's running a very wide line there. Almost a bit iffy running wide there, because if the car doesn't want to turn in there, he's going to spin your way out. One of those corners.
Yeah, it's a hard corner, 100R. It's probably the most critical corner on the track, I reckon. It's where you can make a lot of time in your lap. If you can hug that corner,
oh, yeah,
and, the first part, tight, and then get a nice tight. Yeah,
it will give you the time.
There's sort of two apexes in it. It's the first one turn 4, and then they actually calls the second apex turn 5, which is pretty much right just before you come onto that little straight into the hairpin at turn 6. So
yeah, if you actually
want to really be able to get hot.
If you actually look at it on the track, it's not a perfect U-shape either. It goes halfway U-shape and then it sort of just opens up and then it's trying to right at the at the last part. So it is a very unique corner. So.
Yeah, I think when you get to the top end of that 180R, you want to try and...
that final corner. He's going to drive to the Aston. Let's see if he's
two fast cars.
Look at this, he's got the drive. Well, that Aston is keeping it at bay.
And who's going to be able to pull these cars up? They'll be pushing each other along here. Nearly 280 on the anchors. Turn into that turn 1. It's very tight. Downhill, so they've done a great job both pulling up those cars.
Seriously using the drive of the Aston to help them along and outbrake in the last minute. You can see how quick that Aston is. He couldn't pull out till like the very end of the corner.
He got a good little run there. It just depends what happened here. We did see Commander running wide, so here he goes. Metal Drive's hugging that inside like we said. But again, then you lead you into the left-hander, which
if you can keep it tight on the crossover, you get a really good run down this point here, but then it leaves you on the wrong side of the car. I'll put you on the outside for this corner here, so as you can see here, he's on the outside.
Yeah, it's not a really good overtaking opportunity. You want to really make sure that's done well and truly before you're on the brakes, I think, because that's a very tight, twisty chicane area. And it's very frustrating when you're on there on your own as well, let alone two cars. Oops!
Slide science has gone around.
Not something that he wants to see. As we can see, that's probably a 10-second he's given to his opposition there.
Here comes Sirius and Metal Drive. So.
Actually, Night Habit's doing a
he did say he would be changing tyre compounds for this race. So he was running the first race on the softs. Well, he would have been running on the softs. But now I think he's decided to switch to the hards. I think the car's just a bit upset. I think the Corvette doesn't particularly like the hards. It's just something about it. I think this track is just not quite comfortable with. So.
Yeah, okay.
So here we are, we have a three-way battle here. Is Sirius is still defending from Metal as they're catching the slot of silence.
And the Coca-Cola turn is a very important one too. You've got to sort of keep your pace up and really hit that apex, don't you? Otherwise you lose a lot of time.
Look at Sirius.
Here we go, Metal Drive down the inside again.
But at least on the outside.
He's just...
He needs to keep it tight here now, give him a good run. They should keep battling. They're going to let Slide actually get away from them. So
I think keeps all the viewers entertained. So we would like to see these battles.
I think Metal's trying to use the advantage.
Having a look.
Oh, Sirius touches the grass. A bit of a lock up there. I think Metal's trying to use the advantage of this straight line pace.
We see Dark Lord in the background, just slowly catching these guys as well with them battling, scrapping together. Just slowing them down a little bit. As you can see, they were in the 40s last lap, Darky, and Dark Lord was in the 39s. So definitely, while they're scrapping it here, they're slowing each other down and giving Dark Lord an opportunity to catch him on the back of him.
The speed of the Aston Martin here. He's going to drive back. Let's see how close you can get on the back of that Corvette.
So he looks like he's trying to get the heat in his tyres up in front.
Yeah.
Slide.
275,
He's weaving down the main straight.
276 for the Aston Martin.
Down into first gear.
Yeah, maybe he's trying to cool down a bit too much. He's trying to keep him up, keep the temp up in the front straight. So.
Oh, that's a big accident. A big accident for the guys that are running 7th and 8th, I think it was. That's going to be a lot of damage, and unfortunately, as they were saying, the Le Mans 24 hours in the first session, they just keep having issues in this GTE challenge.
Cirrus has decided to have a deconstructed Corvette now, so as you can see, the radiator there, the front bumper bar's gone, the bonnet's gone, the rear wing's gone, the rear hatch is gone. I'm still surprised the rear bars on the car. So these two guys
That's going to be a lengthy pit stop.
Yeah, but Cirrus has to remember he's got no downforce, and he's got the leaders come up upon him here.
Yeah, he's just staying out of their way. He's doing the right thing.
And it's going to be a nasty car to drive. Let's see where Metal Drive is. Well, at least Metal Drive's got his rear wing, so his pit stop shouldn't be that bad, but the front of the car is munted.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go. It was like in the first session, his teammate, Dado Racer, he come around the corner and
banged up that bonnet is. Look at that.
All he could see was a Ferrari facing sideways to him, and he T-boned the Ferrari and put it on his roof. And unfortunately, the Caleb couldn't reset this car back on to get going. So that put Dado. That put
Metal Drive.
That's the reason why they had a 10-minute wait in the Ferrari.
Here comes Cirrus with the deconstructed Corvette.
Actually looks not too bad. Looks pretty mean, actually.
Yep. Yep, we won't have to worry about engine temp because it'll be nice and cool right now.
So that's not a good thing for the 26 Capital team. They were looking for a good result.
But this should be their one and only pit stops
8th.
now for these two cars. And bang, magic repaired car.
Unbelievable. So you'd imagine that Metal Drive should get out before him. You wouldn't think there'd be more damage, but you never know.
Now, slight silence to those two cars that were pretty close to getting past him now. Now they're falling behind here. Darklaw's actually come out the winner on this one. He's now jumped. Sato having this in the pit lane, he's jumped in. He's got Cirrus and Metal Drive. He's almost that close to putting them the lap down.
Yeah, they started 10th and now in 7th, so 3 positions, making the most of the mistakes of the guys in front.
That's it. Might be just doing a simple thing.
It's all about
track,
endurance
running
racing.
clean laps. So they still in pit lane. No, Metal Drive is rolling. There we go.
So there goes Metal.
Hopefully this car
he's got to do what he's. Yeah, he's got to do what Dado did now. He's just run his race without making any mistakes, and that's exactly what Dado did, and kept it on the 1 lap down only, and ended up finishing 9th.
Yep.
After being staying last night, and made up all those positions by just being consistent. So looks like that's just come out of the showroom, Darky.
Yep, brand spanking new Corvette
that was going to Mars.
Repairing their cars, yep.
Unbelievable job by the captain team.
Gecko's just got past. Seriously, oh wow, there's actually Sato. This Sato is just ahead of Cirrus. He's potential chance of going down a lap, but
yeah, just remember though, he was about the same. He hasn't lost too much time because he was. You could actually see when he came out. We could actually see Simo racing at the time when he came out of the pits. Remember, he coming onto the straight when Sato came out of the pits. So with Simo about 7 seconds behind Gecko, you'd probably say that he hasn't lost much time to Simo, but obviously Gecko constantly faster in the 36s.
That's it. There comes Cirrus in between Gecko and Simo. And he's our 3rd place man, Dredd, so they're not too far apart from each other.
Actually, he's making a lot of time. He was about 14 seconds behind Simo after Gecko made that overtake for the lead. And now he's cut that into half into 7 seconds, so he's definitely flying Dread. He's consistently faster.
That's it. He's the man in fourth right now, Gear 3 Gaming, in the number 8, the yellow banana.
It's actually not a bad livery, so I don't mind it.
I'm not a big fan of this retro, old school paint scheme Ford. I don't fancy it at all. I find it a bit boring, to be really honest. If Talon was still in the race, I do like that paint scheme on his car, but unfortunately we can't show him.
Yeah.
So look how...
boring. Sometimes simple cars, though. Don't judge the book by its cover. So he's in fourth, so he's doing a tremendous job.
Night Havoc has actually jumped up to other people's misfortunes, up to 5th now.
Yeah, they started in 6th, so he's made that one extra position, and it'd be interesting if we have a quick look at his fuel load. I think it'd be interesting to know if he's sort of trying to not hit the red line all the time, if he's conservative.
Well,
to get to the end.
You actually shifted way earlier than what you actually think. So, well, look,
I know that. Yeah, definitely.
But you're not revving out of it so much. So, yeah, he's conserving his fuel, but that's all right.
So
I think this Porsche is actually pretty quick in a straight line. Oh, wrong button. See what it does down the front straight.
Yeah, about 270 is probably on par to most cars, so it's not too bad.
A bit short of 270, so. Got some cars come behind him. Who would they be? Is that... He's Dark Lord in there, Slide.
So he's now chasing down Slide for 6, because Slide obviously is still having those troubles with the parts.
I think the Corvette is just not happy with it, and he's struggling. So on this side of the track it's fine, but he's trying to just keep the temp and tyres as much as you can.
Well, he's losing a lot of time, I think, Darky. If I was the cool, what car are they actually? Apex Eaters, number 30 Apex Eaters.
I would put softs on
and get softs on. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, bang instead of softs on, because you're just going to lose so much more time on the hards. If the car's not comfortable, then just change it.
I think you pitted with 40 minutes remaining and got onto softs again and went the distance. So it's sort of the window for him to be able to pit for softs again.
I should have gone a little bit later in my run before I pitted. I decided to go for early stop. I should have gone a little bit later, but... Yeah,
so with 38 minutes remaining, we've got Sato actually catching these guys as well. So it's all heating up here for, what, 6th, 7th and 8th.
Yeah, see, you can look at the difference between Slide Science cars and Dark Lord's car. Look how much more settled it is in the corner. Dark Lord's car is settled in the corner compared to Slide Science's.
Yeah, it just depends. Obviously, he won't be, if he's going to stay on the hards, he'll make up a little bit of time not changing tyres, where I'd say
he'll save
Dark Lord might be on softs.
20 seconds on the pit stop, he'll save.
Yeah, and I think that the way Dark Lord is catch Slide Science, that's been the time difference pretty quickly. So here comes Sato, making a move for 7th position.
Yep, and that's it. Got him. Now it's the BMW sandwich with the Corvette in front, Corvette behind. So yeah,
nothing like the M-Power, mate. And he's going to show these Corvette guys. What did he miss? Dread for second.
Gecko must have pitted, because look, his lap time's at 2 minutes 7, so he must have pitted, must have missed that one.
Yeah, it doesn't look like any damage, so it definitely had a pit.
Yeah, so I say we've missed his pit stop, unfortunately.
Okay, so we've just heard from in the Porsche garage that they don't think that they're going to have to fuel conserve and they should make it to the end. So there you go. So it's looking good for the Porsche team.
That's it.
So we'll have to keep an eye on Night Havoc, currently in 5th.
Well, how far?
16 seconds down up the road from his battle here.
Sato, yeah. That's the person I'd be looking at Sato compared to him, because Sato was ahead of him.
Yeah, and exactly. Sato's going to go to the end of the race now because he had to pit early after trying to come in backwards.
trying Tokyo reverse drift entry to pit lane. This actually could be interesting for Sato if he's quicker than the Corvette straight on, but Slow Science are trying to keep his tyres into 10th.
Eating him up. Eating him up down the straight.
But Slow Science has got the inside line.
Late on the brakes. You can get around the outside here, though, because then you've got the inside for the next corner.
Oh, Slow Science got up the curve, a bit wiggly. Sato's made the move around the outside.
It's a nice move, putting the BMW team up into 6th position now.
So now
to chase down the Porsche. Interesting to see
Simo doing the reverse of Highlander. Oh, I think he's even left before the picture was even moved out of the way.
Yeah, I think the stop guy's going to be sacked because he couldn't be bothered to raise it.
That's it. So Simo, quick stop, just fuel, no tyres. So Dred's now inherited the lead. There goes one Ferrari, so where's the other Ferrari? Right,
so we have got confirmation that
pops out right in
there we go.
Just in front of me.
So this is effectively for the lead of the race. So we have had confirmation that the leading Ferrari did pit.
Yep. So now can Simo got anything for Gecko now? He's got more fuel in the car now, and maybe adjust sort of tyre pressures have helped out too. So
yeah, that's one thing they need to get in the pits and readjust as the usually gets the tyres back to the optimum pressures again that you have set.
Oh,
looks like Dark Lord's coming in.
That's it. The McCool team got to slow down before the pit lane. There you go.
It's not a bad pit entry to come in. You've got plenty of time to see the area to pull up.
And here comes Dred. Dred's pulled the trigger. He's done 1 lap later than the other guys.
Yeah, he doesn't want to have. He wants to see if he can make up a little bit of time. Just want to stay out on those soft tyres if they're starting to wear out.
Yes.
His previous lap was still a 35 though. That was a sensational lap for his in lap.
Fuel's going in now. Should be about 10 seconds worth of fuel, give or take.
It's a nice looking livery that you guys have got there, Darky.
Yeah. There goes Gecko, there goes Simo, Dark Lord down pit lane. There goes Gear, Gear's gone past.
Gear in 3rd.
Yeah.
Savour that at the moment.
Shred's up, there you go.
Is that Bottle Shop Express at the front of your car? Sponsorship there, Darky? Supplying you all that liquid refreshments afterwards?
Yeah, that's why if you actually look in the passenger seat of the Corvette, there is an esky there, so...
we'd say it's not a driver's cool suit.
Yeah, it's a really expensive stuff. I've just noticed quite a few people actually have time penalties.
Yeah, I guess it's
not actually just got ahead of him, Dred. Now this could actually cost him if he holds him up too much on this outlap, because Dred don't want to be losing any extra time on the track.
It looks like Night Havoc is enjoying this ride in the Porsche at the moment.
Yeah, well he's up to 4th now.
And he doesn't have to give Dred any favours here. It's racing for position.
That's it. Whoa, nearly touches the back of the Porsche there. So I say Dred's put on some fresh new soft tyres now, so he wants to take advantage of those tyres now and needs to push.
Yeah, they should be up to temperature now after all these twisty bits, so he should get a nice run, you'd think, onto the straight. We know it's a bit faster. They were managing only near 270 for the Porsches, under 270. The Corvette should be getting above that.
Well, here we go. He's done quite well. He's really closing down to the straight line. He's very close.
Like a hot knife through butter, really, Darky.
Pretty much.
Slicing through there. Yeah, that's a nice clean move by Dred. into 4th position.
Oh, that's run wide. That might give
Just
him a
running a
slowdown
bit
there.
wide. Shouldn't be too bad, hopefully.
I think if you drop
Should
any
get
time
away with it.
I think if anytime you drop over the inside, outside that curve, you just slow down. But it's one of those things you either take it. Yeah, so he's trying to get it now. He's trying to clear it.
Okay, there you go.
But sometimes it's worth just to take the penalty and just deal with it, because now he's back behind Nine Havoc. He needs to do all that work again.
Yeah, he looks like he's going to be on the outside,
clear.
up into the what is it? Turn 10 Dunlop.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to make a move on the outside here.
Yeah, you get your nose chopped off if you try that, I think.
Yeah, so Drew's just losing time now, stuck behind Nine Havoc now.
And this turn 15, as we said earlier, is fairly tricky because you're sort of coming around out and you want to try and hug in. The car can really drift out on the outside of the circuit on exit, which we've seen quite a few of the Corvettes do.
So we'll see Slipstream in round 2 now.
So 30 minutes remaining. And we've got Gecko leading on with 25 laps at the moment. These guys are just starting their 25th lap as well. And Simo's still 1.5 seconds. It looks like Dread's...
Sato. There's Sato in the background there.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can get past the lead.
So it looks like he's
Sato,
made that pass a lot better. And he's just put a lap over on that Aston Martin crew.
So Sato with his early pit stop, he's back up to 6 now. So we got GTE Gaming and Night Havoc. Night Havoc might be potentially trying to go the whole way through, so Sato's going to have to race past him. But he's only, what, 8 seconds, 7 seconds of road? And GTE Gaming will have to pit, so...
Yeah, it's going to get very tasty
So
that podium. Oh, commentator's curse. He's just kept it off the wall.
Now he's
reverse if he can.
He's got to find reverse.
He doesn't want to get in front of anyone. He doesn't want someone coming out.
That's going to cook the tires a bit.
Made his job just that little bit harder.
That's it. 30 minutes remaining.
Trying to get a top 5 result here at over in Japan at Fuji.
That's slide signs.
Round 2 of the Global GTE Challenge on ANZCRL Combined Racing League. Catering for all our Australian, New Zealand Xbox sim racers out there on Project Cars 2.
Yep, so with 30 minutes remaining, we'll go through a run through the lead here. Our leader's got Gecko in the Ferrari. He's got a 2-second lead over Simo in the Ford, who has a 14-second lead over Gear 3 Gaming, who's also in the Ford, who has a 15-second lead over Dread in the Corvette, who has a 3-second lead over Night Havoc in the Porsche, who has a 20-second lead now because of that spin of Sato in the Beamer, who has a 3-second lead over Slide Science in the Corvette, who has a 1:12 lead over Metal Drive. And Metal Drive has a...
Yeah, Dark Lord has just gone into the pits, so that's where he's had some damage.
It's crunched.
So this is second pit stop.
Yep, unfortunately. Now, Sirius, can he catch up to who's in 10th now? Here comes Sirius. He's going to get him back. Let's see if he jumps him.
He should do. I just saw him there in the pits there.
And yes, Sirius has driven up in position here. So Sirius has now moved up to 9 to Dark Horse having a crunchy. And Captain Cranky here in 11th is due to that not disconnect, his teammate landing on his roof after an incident, not having a reset button. He's 8 minutes down, so...
Yeah, but he doesn't have to pit, obviously. He won't get tense, but unless something happens...
Yeah, you're actually right.
Yeah, because he sat on the grid for 10 minutes, so you don't think the idle would have taken too much fuel.
Simo's not too far away, is it?
He's holding in. He's
just hanging in there.
And he might be in the little happy hour moment with a fuel load as well, mid tank. Mid fuel load as well. So could just be having the car settled really nice. And he's doing 30, just a little bit faster than Gecko, that previous lap, by about 100th of a second.
He's gear 3 gaming in the yellow banana. Let's have a quick look at his fuel load. Oh, he can go for quite a while. He might be running it all the way right to the end. With 2 laps to go, and then pit then. So
he just wasn't sure about what fuel he had to put in there because he lost contact with his teammate, and he couldn't quite. Didn't really know the fuel burn for some reason. But anyway, something that they might work on for round 3. Communicate what the fuel burn roughly is for a session. Session 1 and Session 2, for those that are viewing, are both the same time, an hour 10 in race duration. The only difference between Session 1 and Session 2 is we have the manual formation lap before the race for Session 1 to start it, for a rolling start. So you'll use just that little bit of extra fuel for the formation.
Oh,
outrun and wide is...
he might be doing it to let Gecko go past.
Could be just doing that. It's a very rainbow car, isn't it, this Ferrari?
Yeah, many colours of Ferrari. Twin turbo V8 monster, so not as quick in a straight line, I believe, but it is a very well based, good handling car.
Yeah, so Gear's in the pit, so he's pulled the pit call. And it looks like he's just coming out now. So Sato's taken 5th position away from Gear. He just went by then.
Sato was about 10th, wasn't he? He was 10th. And there goes Sirius, but Sirius is down lap. So he's made up, well, half the field. So
the slide got in front of him too, so Gear dropped from 3rd to 7th. We're waiting for these times to stabilise.
3 seconds.
He's got a handy lead over Metal Drive in that Aston Martin, so he can only look forward from here, Gear 3 Gaming.
Yeah.
It's the only way is up for him. He's actually in the position that they started in. They started 7th. Weary Knight finished in 7th in the first session.
So not before too long we might see the battle of Ford versus GM again.
It's great to see the snow there of Mount Fuji, the snow top of the mountain.
A very picturesque
iconic
track here at Fuji Speedway.
Yeah, with the mountains here in the background.
There you go, there's Mount Fuji in the background there as we make the final hairpin here.
And back on now to that 1.475 kilometre straight.
Is Slide pitting?
Oh, it looks like he is. Maybe he's got... oh, he hasn't pitted yet, had he? I don't think he had pitted. We were saying earlier that he should have pitted for softs. So I don't think he has pitted yet.
So this is literally his pit stop. So let's see if he actually changes tyres or he just continues on what he's got. So car heads to Jacks, fuel man goes in. No, just fuel and he's away.
Goes.
Just fuel, so
yeah.
Going to continue on those hard
the
tyres.
Apex seeding team now resumes the race. It looks like in 7th. He's probably going to...
Yeah,
it's got a bit of time over Metal Drive.
Yeah.
But if he has any more issues, he could call it, come into the clutches of Metal Drive. Cirrus hasn't... I mean, Slide Science hasn't been too happy with his car on the hards.
Whoa, look at Sato. Came a bit slidey through there. So Sato's 11 seconds off Night Havoc. I'm actually wondering, wasn't Sato a lot closer to Night Havoc before?
Yeah, but he had that spin, remember?
No, after the spin, I swear he was much closer.
No, he was 20 seconds behind Night Havoc.
Ah, okay.
So he's actually made some time up.
He's actually made some time up then. That's a good thing then.
Yeah, he was actually within about 7 seconds, I think, when he had the spin.
So a few people coming to, having a few incidents in this race today, so...
As I said at the top of the broadcast, though, it's all about the fatigue starting to set in with these drivers, because you just don't have a break. Even they got that long straight. The rest of the
Saturday, and lets him go past.
Yeah, but the rest of the circuit, rest of the lap after that straight, it's just physically demanding and concentration that you need too. So,
and it is a weird thing to set the car up, because you've got this massive long straight, you want the car to be as quick as you can, and then you go literally the other half of the track, you want as much dampness as you can to go through all these high speed corners and slow speed corners. So it's really a mix of, do you add more aero and just sacrifice the front straight, or do you go for that speed down the front straight and just sacrifice to the corners here? So it's a real balance.
I think it's a bit of a compromise, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but you have got, I think it is a bit more of an aero track in a way. You have got those medium corners like 180R, and the turn into turn 3 at Coca-Cola is a fairly fast entry as well. Yep. So that's where you can make up a lot of time. The rest is pretty slow, so it doesn't matter what sort of aero you have for these, really from turns 10 to 16.
I just noticed last lap for Simo was quite slow for 41 there compared to everyone else in the 36s, so you must have had a little wiggle somewhere and dropped a mountain of time.
Yeah, you're probably right there. It was within striking distance of Gecko. 20 minutes remaining. And just got clarification from Simo's teammate that he was absolutely buggered after his session last night.
That's it.
He had a faultless run and took victory of the first session.
He's Captain Cranky right behind Slice on here, and Dread just ahead of those two boys.
Yeah, he's done a good job, Captain Cranky. You know, like at the end of the day, you know, he'll be enjoying these sort of little battles because he's not, you know, he's sort of on his 10-minute wait time.
He's 30 litres of fuel, which should, in theory, get him to the end.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? It's just one of those things. He's not racing for position, but this would excite him, at least following other cars. And, you know, if he's a bit faster, I'm sure these guys know that he's not really fighting for position and they might let him through. You can pester someone and put him into a mistake, and it might be wise just to let him through. We'll just see what Slide does. He's still holding his pace down the straight. It's actually not a bad livery, the 68.
No, it's actually quite
Ferrari,
nice, that one.
The Scuderia Corsa. All the way from Ferrari Silicon Valley by the looks of that, on the side of the door.
Oh, that's right for Slide.
That's
not going to help his cause.
As you said, he doesn't want to get involved in this little battle. He's best
to
let Cranky go through, which he has. Let Cranky through. And I'm not too sure. I didn't quite have a look. I didn't see what metal drive was behind when Slide came out of his pit stop, but 24 seconds with 17 minutes remaining. It's a hard task, but it's not impossible.
No.
This will be Slide having his issues with his car.
Well, he had a 49 in the last lap, so metal drive was 38, so metal drive pulled up like almost 10 seconds on him in that one lap due to that spin.
Yeah, so he doesn't want to open up the door here for the Aston Martin team. The Besman Racing will be hoping that Slide might slide around a little bit, miss the apex, and not be true to their team name as the Apex Eaters. But did well their turn one. Sato in fourth.
Yep, massive recovery from him. He's actually just got past Night Havoc there. So he must have
Yeah,
just got
so,
here on this lap there.
That's a big move for the race. And now Sato's in the position that he started in fourth, so be very happy coming home within the top 5 of this ultra competitive field, really.
Oh, that's a massive. That's a massive effort for me. Spun in pit lane, having to turn around in pit lane with a big long car, then have to come in, do his pit stop and repair the car, and then get back out and fight your way back up to where you started off. So he's done a mighty effort there, Sato. So
I thought we were in store for a little Austin what's his name? Austin Powers moment when he's trying to turn around the golf buggy.
In the tunnel, can't quite turn around, just keep going back and forth. No. I've done a moment with that at Spa with an Audi, and I couldn't turn around, so I had to retire the car.
Oh no. Yeah,
entering that pit lane, if you get a little bit sideways there, you're not going to turn around unless someone hits you and can turn you around.
Yeah, so Slide's obviously having a battle of all sorts. Oh, there goes Sato just drifting it through that final corner. Panasonic onto this main straight again. The Slide weaving to and fro has obviously cost him a little bit of time.
Where is Metal? There's Metal. So Slide's just getting off the track, Metal's just getting on the front straight now. So that's the gap, the front straight.
1.5 kilometres, we'll say. As you know how long the straight is.
Let's bring up the track map now. So that white dot is Slide signs on the track map. The red dots are cars that are a lap ahead of Metal Drive, and the blue dots are a lap behind Metal Drive. So the only cars that Metal Drive can really have a chance of battling with are the white dots now, which would be Slide signs and Gears for Gaming, but that's a big task with 14 minutes remaining. No one's really just in battle. Everyone's in their own little spot now. Everyone's just running down the clock now. So he's our leader. Come past turn 1 now.
Yeah, he's pulled that gap on Simo now.
Yep, 16 seconds. I think Simo had another bad lap of 42. So I think Simo's just making little mistakes. If he keeps making this up, Dread's going to be on him in no time.
Yeah, I think you've called that too. Like 14 seconds. It's almost a minute a lap.
If you can make a second a lap.
Second a minute. Second, yeah, mate.
Yeah.
Second a minute. That's all he needs to do.
A second somewhere. We English real good at some points. So.
Oh mate, after I've had a few beers in the afternoon, it's you got to try and get your words out of your tongue sometimes.
That's it. So. I think Simo's just struggling just a fraction bit right now. The car, the last half thing. The tyres have just gone a little bit away. The fuel load's come a little bit light and just not making the car a little bit nice. And yeah, see, he's wiggling over that little curve there. I think he's just might be pushing just a fraction bit too hard, or
yeah. Sometimes. I think I'm just reading a comment from Highlander saying that he needs to adjust his brake bias a little bit. I actually was doing that with our. In our 78 Premier Port BMW.
I actually only adjusted
changed the brake bias a little bit.
I only adjusted it once in that stint, just to get the brake temps down a bit, or the pressure down on one set of tyres. So
yeah.
But the Corvette takes it. I think it likes a particular style of braking. As Aussie Carter's commented when he raced it last night, he says that it doesn't like braking into corners. It likes braking before corners and use the big V8 to launch it out of the corner. So it doesn't like to carry the brakes through corners pretty much sometimes, which can be a bit of a detriment to it. Oh, Sim again a bit wide there up the curve. Yeah, Dread's got to get to just under 14 seconds now. So could see a battle here right at the end of the race here.
Yeah, it'd be very tasty, and we've got a little bit of shadow starting to creep over some of the parts of the circuit as well.
Yeah, so the track will be cooling down a little bit now, and the guys don't have the hard tyres at the correct pressures. They might be losing a bit of pressure, and the car's not handling right. As we hear the Porsche.
Let's have a look at the fuel on Night Havoc.
17. Oh, this is
7,
pretty
8.
tight. I actually wonder, can we see the fuel burn in the car? Because
No, I
sometimes
don't think they normally have it up there, do they?
yeah, it does, but we can't see it.
It's
sometimes
they don't actually have all the info up on there. They try and, you know, it hides it a little bit.
Yeah. I say the fuel burn would pretty much be almost similar to some of the other cars. It's probably about just a bit over, about 2. I'll say about 2 litres a lap, I reckon.
Yeah.
I'd say about 2. So what's he got? 17 litres.
It's going to be close with the minutes. I think he should be right.
About 7, 8 laps to go. What lap are we on now? We're on lap 37. Oh, this could be touch and go.
Yeah.
Because I
think he'll be right.
Yeah, he might be alright there. 5 laps, potentially about 5 laps remaining. Oh, he runs a bit wide there.
Well, what would they do? They did 43 laps last night, so you'd assume that they're going to do the same time. Maybe because Gecko's still doing roughly the same pace.
Yeah. The lap times are now dropped off as the front 2 leaders, 37, 38, 36 for Dread, 35 for Sato. Sato's still flying.
But if I don't know if these times are correct, I doubt that they are. We're overlooking on the graph, but it says Captain Cranky 9 minutes 15 off the lead when he started 10 minutes, so could be right because he hasn't actually had to pit either. So
yeah, exactly. So he would have gained
his
some
lap
time
times.
where everyone else would have pitted. So
yeah, so he's done a pretty good job. It's unfortunately what happened to the Caleb, losing it at I think it was a Coca-Cola turn 3 in the first lap.
Metal drives on the fleet gears just got past metal drive now. It's putting down a lap. Last one's just 20 seconds off metal drive. I don't think metal drive's going to get to him. I think he's running out of time now.
What about Gear? Gear's still in 6th position there. He's made up 1 position on slide, and now he's chasing down Night Havoc, who Night's 6 seconds in front.
We could see 2 battles here right at the final lap or 2. So between Night Havoc and Gear Gaming and potentially Dread and Simo, if Dread keeps punching out quicker lap times than Simo.
That can always be the exciting part of endurance racing.
That's it.
Go for a long period of time with a lot of cars behind and different times, but as it gets closer to the end, these little tasty battles forming.
That's it.
And it looks like he's doing his time.
Yeah, he's closed down on
each lap a little bit better.
Yeah. What might have to do with 138, what was gear 137, yeah, so pretty much a second quicker then.
Yeah.
So, we got 8 minutes remaining, 5 seconds. You might just get to him, you might just run out of time. It's going to be touch and go here. What about Dread?
Yeah,
10 seconds for Dread.
Oh, again, he's in the same boat. It's just a matter of catching and then they got to pass as well, and it could be the last lap. Is it going to be a hero or go to zero fairly quickly?
So Dread doesn't actually have to pass him either.
Oh, can we just pull up maybe see what time Simo has? I know
we'll see what it takes away the lap time, and then we'll bring it back up. See how much. Yeah, so that 2 seconds quicker now. So Simo has 5 seconds. 5
seconds. He's almost a shot duck.
Yeah, so Dread doesn't have to pass him. Dread just get within 5 seconds of him. So
yeah, time's counting. The time could be the enemy here.
Yeah, I think Simo needs to race to the finish before Dread can get within that danger range. So
look like Gear's only
yeah, as you can just see the Porsche there making the break down front straight now. So
but Gear's got a penalty too. Did we say? I didn't see that. I think it was only a second, so he's going to have to do a little bit more. And
1 second.
Yeah,
yes.
1 second.
So Gear actually will have to pass Night Havoc.
probably
And there's
somewhere
a Porsche
on
there
the last
going
lap
into turn 1 right now.
well
so.
before the final corner, because yeah, Night Havoc should be able to stick with him down the straight. So that 1 second penalty for the gears copped, as Simo has copped the 5 second, that could really cost those two guys.
That's it. You can see that
He's the
Dread is
chaser
running.
at the moment.
You can see that Dread and Sato are pretty much the fastest guys on tracks right now compared to everyone else.
Oh, with a 35.7 from Sato. Amazing.
So,
What could have been for the
Yep.
BMW team?
yeah. Even though we are in Japan, it might not be worth to drifting too much around here. So, Lord, big log up from here.
Oh, that's probably game over, I'd say.
Maybe not. You might have to slow down for that much if he.
Well,
He's
it'd be
pushing
crazy
to
if
her.
he didn't. He's just made about 4 seconds.
Well, we'll see if he gets his penalty. Yeah, it was in 1 second.
It looks like he's actually trying to take that penalty off.
Well, no, but
Anyway.
straight. So Dread, 8 seconds, 5 minutes remaining now. 7 seconds.
Looking in a very
danger
good position, actually. Yeah.
Sato's 30 seconds behind. Sato's done a phenomenal job. Where is he? There he is. He's had 2 spins, and he's got his way back to 4th. Like,
Yeah, and then I had the same thing in that BMW. I had 3 little lazy spins as well.
yeah, I think that corner
later
just going
in
to
the
there is been the crucial one for lazy spins.
Yeah.
His gear. Let's see, did he get a bigger time penalty now?
No.
No, he
Look
did
at that.
He's dodged a bullet, but he's running out of time. 3 seconds now. I think he can see his prey just up the road from him. He's not too far away from him.
I think Night Havoc's doing a tremendous job at the moment.
So here's our leader. He's actually right behind these two guys.
And the Ferrari team are already sort of celebrating a little bit and sending some cheeking and calling Gear 3 Game in now Gear 3 Game Over. So that's his new nickname. So they've done a good job, the Ferrari team, after starting this session. What was it, in 3rd?
We are going to see, I reckon, 3 more laps. Depends on when Gecko crosses the line. There's Gecko.
Gecko's on his 41st lap.
So he'll be starting his 42nd lap. We'll finish his
It'll only be another
now.
2 laps. Yeah, it'll be 43, I think.
Minutes.
I'll do.
Yeah, so 2 more laps.
Odd.
Yeah, 2 more laps now. He's crossed the line. Oh, maybe.
You have to do under 1 minute 30.
Yeah, 2 laps. 2 laps remaining now. Where's Gear? Gear can see his prey. 30 seconds still. Hasn't quite got on the back of him.
My money's on Havoc to finish in 5th. Top 5 position for the Porsche. It'll be an unbelievable result for those guys.
That's it. So let's have a look at Dread. Oh, Dread's within 2 seconds now, Simmo. 2 seconds, 2 laps. He just needs to pull 1 second per lap. Again, faster than Simmo, 2 seconds again.
Yeah, so just remember, guys, Simo Racing has a 5 second penalty over his head.
Yep, 5 seconds there.
So we could see Dread leapfrog to 2nd on the podium.
Oh, here we go. This might happen on the final lap here. You can see the prey. Where's Gecko? Gecko's just not too far behind these 2 guys right now.
And this will, if Dread can actually get 2nd over Simo, they'll be tied for 2nd place in the championship battle on 69 points. And both the number 71 AM Racing taking out victory here will be on 80 points. So fairly
the
close.
Come now. So the leaders should be on his final lap now. So Gear has this lap and the next lap to finish it, to get past Night Havoc.
And then make a second gap as well.
And pull a second gap. So he's got a lot to do in 2 laps now. Here comes Dredd. Dredd's under 5 seconds now. He's got it down to 4, so he's within the magic range now. He just needs to keep it there.
I think also on their HUD, usually when they're racing, they can actually see the time penalty up on the HUD, so he knows that he can
actually see Simo, who's just ahead of him. Like he's Simo just coming out of turn 1 now, so...
Yeah, but I was getting at that. Yeah, I can actually see the what the time penalty that they have.
Oh, 1 second. He's within a second now. Can he get to Night Havoc? How much fuel does the Porsche have? 3 litres.
All 3 litres. It's just enough, I think. I think it'll be enough.
It's going to be tight. He has 1 more left to get through. He's right.
Hopefully he does not have to lift.
This might be a champion here. This could be a potential champion going to happen here.
Oh, it's a long straight too. It's a long drag up.
That's it. But here comes Gecko. Gecko's going to come around to win this one here.
In the number 71 A&M Racing Ferrari.
It's flash or crash, and it's not crashing, so he's flashing.
And he's got these window wipers going full bore, like he did at Bathurst. Great, solid result.
That's it, Simo.
And it looks like Simo's going to lose out. He's going to go second on the line, but that penalty is going to cost him the second position on the grid, on the podium.
That's it. Here comes Simo to technically cross the line in second. Night Havoc's got a penalty here.
Oh no!
But here comes Dredd. Dredd will jump him into second, so Dredd's got second. Simo's got third. Yeah. Here comes Sato. Let's go to the battle at hand here. Oh, he's got past him.
Oh, so they've already made the move.
He's made the move, but he's got to pull the second on him. Let's have a quick look at timings here.
Yeah.
It is.
They've both got a second though.
Second,
so it's a live result.
So where they
both got a second time
penalty. 1 litre.
So
he's got 1 litre.
Oh. I think that he needs the Porsche gods to help him get over the line here.
Here comes Sato. He's going to come home in 4th now. As
Captain Cranky right behind him.
So he's Gear 3 gaming. 0.7 of a litre. Can the Porsche
he'll get
make
there.
it?
He'll just.
Or maybe.
I think he might have had to. Back off just a little bit throughout that last lap.
That's it. So Gear 3 gaming is going to come home in 5th here.
Well, great result for the classic team, Ford, number 8.
And he's out of fuel. He's done it. He's done a champion, but he made the end. He's running out of fuel right at the end there. So that's 2 races in a row with the fuel at the end.
That's fuel management at its best by the Porsche team. Unfortunately, missed out there. Yep. And what was the end-up result there? It would have been, even if he didn't have second penalty, he would have still lost, I think.
Yeah, I think he
just pulled 1 point. Yeah, 1 point or something seconds, I think.
Yeah, 4/10 of a second he would have finished. So we'll go through the results here. So Gecko takes the win here in the Ferrari. Dredd in second due to a time penalty in the Corvette. Sims third in the Ford. The man who reverse entry the pit comes home in 4th for the back there. Gear 3 home in 5th. Havoc, the man who ran out of fun, comes home in 6th. Odd Science comes home in starting was. Metal Drive.
Yeah, was second. Yep.
Yep. But finishes ahead of the incident with 8th. A serious crashing or having a crash with Metal Drive finishing 9th. Dark Lord after having to do 2. And who didn't have to do a piss off either because start 11th with 7 laps done. So that
and some very backstein points. That Ferrari team.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, with the 2 wins now after 2 rounds, we've got Gecko on him and Oz 71 A&M Racing. Then on equal points on 69, both Highlander and in the number 67 Chasing and Dark Racing and Dredd in the Anderson Chev. And then Lizard myself 15 in the 78 Premier Motorsport on 60 points. And then Gear 3 gained that number 8 Classic race, taking that position at the. I will hold on to 4th on 56. Actually, 5th position.
Yep.
So there you go. It was a big unfair. He could have been leading or becoming second on his own on the ship chase to the. We're all leveled up. Fortnight we'll have Re at the Indianapolis with Darky.
That is correct. So we're going off to America for round 3 of the Global GTE Championship. Sorry.
That'll be on 15th and 16th. Next Saturday we have our special event of the Le Mans 2.4 hours
Spa
of
2.
Spa
2.4. Yeah. GT3 cars, 2. Race. So
that's
correct.
I
think we got a big field of cars, so it should be quite. I think
we've got 2 lobbies. We're looking to entries in. So if you're interested, run a GT for around about 2 hours 25 around Spa, please find us on Facebook, ANZCRL. In groups, and find us on the web page as well at aus-anzcr.weebly. If you go there, come and join us for next Saturday.
Instagram account will be posting up some pretty photo comp that we're drawing in that competition. So on Instagram there, so some pictures this week of that. Pretty much everything done and dusted, and also the YouTube channel where the videos will be uploaded to there. So find the AusNZ combined there for YouTube. So. I think it's pretty much
fully uploaded at the moment, but very shortly over during the week. Bathurst round and also here at Fuji. All right, thanks, Darky, and your XP. I'm sure that, and forward to bringing its time for round 3 at Indy. Cheerio every week, and safe. Remember, wear a mask. Cheerio.
Bye.